Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Beijing for today's daily challenge. We will start with 4 traffic lights. That is all we get. And we have double road tiles. It's a good set, honestly. Having 4 traffic lights is plenty of traffic lights. We're very rarely, if ever, gonna need more than 4 traffic lights. And not having traffic lights means we're more likely to get whatever happens that we need, right? We're more likely to get bridges, motorways, roundabouts, that sort of thing. And then, well, yes, Boggers, it does mean that it is likelier than usual that we will construct the roundabout that will inevitably kill everything, but that's a problem for future me. Present me gets to note that we also have double road tiles, which means that, a motorway end 10, one of the, Sophie's choices of mini motorways, is actually just a motorway end 20, which is totally fine. Angie212 just missed the announcement of the daily challenge. It is 4 traffic. You start with 4 traffic lights. That's all you get, and double road tiles. So it's a really good challenge, actually. It is a good, helpful, useful thing for the player. The position of this blue business, not so great, but it'll be broadly speaking fine. Here, let's take another bridge. I think actually, rather than go up and over and down here, because can I get from here to here? Actually, I can get from here to here without using a bridge. Okay. I had been thinking that I might go like down and then further down to get to this business, but no, this works too. Hold on one moment. Nora is doing that lovely thing she does where she hops on top of the bookcase and then decides that the thing hanging on the wall is a bad thing and needs to die. So, it's not great. Not necessarily a fan of that. But hey, you know what? Bogsy was talking with Parlor Ghost last night. Doesn't really know the general Drake v. Kendrick Lamar situation. I also don't. But I have a thought, which is I'm sure going to get me in trouble. Found a YouTuber you follow had posted a video about it like 20 minutes before you said it. It turns out there's a lot there. And listen, I have no opinion on the beef or anything. I saw a 5-minute TikTok video that tried to recap this is Drake, this is why everyone hates Drake. And yeah, it sure seems like Drake's a rather detestable, dislikable individual. I have no opinion on it beyond that. I also listened to the first 3 minutes or so of the song Kendrick Lamar put out, which is supposed to be the one that ethers Drake or something and has the line everyone's talking about, and all I could think while I hear it is, wow, this is very unpleasant to listen to. I don't enjoy this. Oh, there's that line. Yeah, it's a good line. Man, he sure is holding that. Sure is. Continue to... Yeah, you're very proud of that, aren't you, Mr. Lamar? Yeah, okay. All right, fine. I have no dog in this fight, and therefore I should probably not fight these dogs. It's something Michael Vick could have said in his career. I need to shut up. Let's take these reds and run down this way. We'll get these 4 to grab these 2 as well, and they'll go all the way over here, take care of this circle. That works. That's a thing. Ow! Oh, big stretch. Big stretch is a thing you say when your pet stretches, but also when your you stretches. Ow. Drake is lucky that Kendrick Lamar fights with his words and his raps as opposed to other things people fight with, because wow, Kendrick Lamar does not like Drake. And listen, again, seems like a rather dislikable fella, that Mr. Graham. Let's take a motorway and 20 road tiles. That sounds like a plan. Oh, it's a lovely little cover of Enter Sandman, by the way. Westworld was apparently not a very good television program, but it gave us this, so was it really that bad? There is other internet drama. I also, similarly to how I don't have a true opinion regarding Drake v. Kendrick Lamar, I do not have an opinion on the H-bomber guy James Somerton, not Southerton, Somerton fiasco, other than to say, my guy, you can't fake a suicide and then come back and post whole. That's not a thing you should do. That's not a thing you should do. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please don't look it up. I barely know what I'm talking about. Oh. This green business over here is kind of a problem. So I could do, actually, you know what? Given that there's also a yellow house on this weird road, I'm actually going to stick around about right here. And this may wind up being a rat-like situation, but let's pretend that it's not, shall we? Let's just assume, for the sake of assumption, that this is actually A-okay. So we'll take this green spur here, and these greens, unfortunately, are also going to use a bridge. I was thinking I might just do a motorway in here for these greens, but I think, again, given that there's this yellow here, what we can do is run this straight up here, like so. And this, okay, this looks like a road that doesn't have very much confidence in itself. This is a terrified little road. What are you doing here, little road guy? Hold on. This is bad. All of this is bad. Let's reconsider everything. Every decision we've made to get to this point needs to be reassessed. Oh, look, they suck. Okay, kill all of that road. Motorway number 1, do that. That's what I should have done to be... There's been... No, don't tell me there's been hold the here time. I didn't need to know that. These yellows are gonna come this way. They're gonna bridge out like so, and you know what? We're just gonna do this. It's fine. It's actually fine. It's completely and totally fine. That is an impressive game of whack-a-moron going on there with Mr. Somerton and anytime the phrase stolen grinder picks comes up in a discussion, you know the goss is juicy, and well, let's hope the goss is the only thing. Anyway, so we've got this blue business over here, and I'm not necessarily in love with its presence, but you know, we've kind of embraced the 2B1R lifestyle over here. What if we just did it again? There you go. I feel like I've heard Miss Scribe. Maybe? No, I know nothing there. It is a blessedly sheltered little life I lead in many cases. Or at least this one very specific case. These grays are going to come up here, head out that away, get up to this gray business. All of these reds are taking care of this circle. Do you know what is not fair? By the way, incidentally, a thing that is not fair. There are times in a person's life where a person wants to play Baldur's Gate 3 for the internet and yak about it and goof off and make silly jokes or whatnot, and they can't because they have to work. This is a true thing. This is a thing that happens to people in this country every single day. Friends, and I hesitate to say this because it's a bit personal information revealing, it's happening to me right now that I want more than almost anything in this world to play Baldur's Gate 3 and goof about it and riff on it for the internet. And I cannot. For you see, I have to work today in order to make money to pay the internet bill so that I can continue in the future to play Baldur's Gate 3. It is a horrible racket, this capitalism, and frankly, I've had it up to about here with it. So there was this Harry Potter fanfic author, because why wouldn't it be Harry Potter, who was idolized by some famous Harry Potter fans. Okay. Oh no, this person idolized some famous Harry Potter fans, wanted to be their friends, made an army of alts to essentially astroturf a profile, gave her reasons to be close to her favorites. Okay. This seems like it's going to end really well. This is going to go swimmingly. There will be no human drama associated with this whatsoever. This person created for herself fans. Oh, this is a proper nut job. Gotcha. I know that's a British thing where you just say that something is proper as if to say, oh, it's very good, or it's like the epitome of that thing. That's a good phrase. That's a good thing. We as American English speakers should just steal that. We can have that. Listen, we stole a country, and we're giving you the rapid descent into fascism. Well, you're doing it better than us in many aspects. So we get to have proper. We're not going to say it in like a proper British voice or nothing, but we're gonna steal the word proper in the way you use it. Anyway, where was I going with this? These grays are going to come up here. You're going to go that way. This ridiculous yellow road doesn't need to exist anymore. It existed for like 9 moments, was a stain on the butthole of humanity, and shall never be discussed again. These 2 grays right here, however, will come up this way and go there, and that should be fine. So you 2 go that away, you 2 go that away. The 3 of these yellows will service this business. Give me a second bridge because I only have 1 bridge. You see, we're already completely fine on road, and that's before we get this long stretch back, so not going to be a problem. Eventually, the drama surrounding Miss Scribe, which she did make a lot of friends, that's good. Eventually, someone found out, oh shit, this person has created an army of fake people, and every piece of drama we've been involved with surrounding them has been manufactured. I'm sure that went over well. I'm sure this person behaved properly and appropriately upon discovery of this information. Hold on one moment. So I mentioned that Nora, love of my life, orangest of kitty cats, precious little fuzzball, that sort of thing. That Nora is on top of the bookcase. More specifically, I think I've told this story before, but we're going to tell it again because it's my I said it's my podcast. It's not my podcast. It's my Twitch stream, damn it. And I'm the one with a microphone. So, once upon a time, I used to keep catnip on the top shelf of the bookcase. And then I hold on. So, everybody go. Everybody go. So we've got, ow, my back. Ow. This gray circle here has become a circle, and that's the reason we undid this gray road, was to facilitate grays getting over that way. So, we're going to take these 3 grays, no wait, these 5 grays. We're just going to draw motorway number 3 over to here. Now then, these 2 grays are going to go up that way. These 2 grays are going to go over this way. Huzzah! Give us a 3rd bridge. So once upon a time was a television show. No. At one point, I was keeping cat treats and toys and that sort of thing on the top shelf of the bookcase. And eventually, that became a bad idea because Nora likes to jump on top of the bookcase, and she noticed that there was a bag of catnip there, and she would paw at it and, try to get to the cat toys on the top shelf of the bookcase. And if you can imagine a cat who's on top of a bookcase trying to reach her paw down around to things that are on the top shelf of that bookcase, it wasn't a terribly sustainable, safe situation. So eventually I moved all the cat shit off the top shelf of the bookcase. However, what I did not move off the top shelf of the bookcase, and what I realize now I probably should have, was all of my COVID shit. Specifically, a bag of masks. A plastic bag of disposable breathing masks that, to a kitty cat, looks and sounds like a bag of catnip. So Nora decided that she wanted to paw at the bag of protective masks. You cannot get COVID, Nora, I think. I don't know. Is COVID... I don't want to give... There's no such thing as cat COVID. There's no such thing as cat COVID. There's no such thing as cat COVID. No, Sonny. No, absolutely not. There's no such thing as cat COVID is the title of the episode, and a certified medical fact. You can trust me, I'm a doctor. These reds come over this way. There is no such thing as cat COVID. These yellows come down this way. We've got 2 going here, 2 going there, 2 going here, 3 coming up here. This one's fancy. It gets 3. Every bag does kind of sound like a bag of catnip. That's true. That's true. I used to have a bulldog who would come running anytime you crinkled a bag of anything because it sounded like treats. These 2 reds are going to come over here. We will finally deploy the first of our 4 and only 4 traffic lights to get 2 more reds going over here to this business. This circle here is kind of in trouble, actually, on account of the whole only having 3 houses going to it thing, which is a bad thing. A bad thing. I need to scroll up in chat and catch up on the Miss Scribe story that Boggers was telling while I was chasing a cat off of a bookcase. So Miss Scribe eventually created this drama storm around her. And there were some people who did IP tracking, detailed timeline stuff. One of Miss Scribe's sock puppet accounts was the first person to point out that someone else had harassed people. But the only way that first sock puppet account could know about it was if they knew about it, because they couldn't have possibly seen it. And then they were like, wait a second, that means these 2 have to be the same person. And if we know that 3 and 1 are the same person and 3 and 2 are the same person, then 1, 2, and 3 all have to be the same person, and it's this person. Maha! Maha! It's good detectiving. Do I want a third roundabout or a fourth bridge? I guess we'll take a fourth bridge. It's kind of a moot point. I don't feel like that's a question that's going to actually need answering. But what I do think is this business here is kinda awkward fucky. Like, it's a little bit rudely positioned, but what we'll do is we'll draw motorway number 4 to come down here. You know what I'm starting to think? Because these 3 here are coming onto this road and they're traffic lighting and going this way. These 3 and this and all of these red houses are just kind of sitting here doing nothing. Meanwhile, this circle business has only 3 houses going to it. Oh, friends, can you hear me talking myself into it? I can hear me talking myself into it. I can hear me talking myself into it, and I don't even think it's a good idea. And yet, it is time for the roundabout that will inevitably kill everything. Bah! Bah! These come in from the west, these go in from the northwest, and now, rather than having 3 houses serve one business and 10 houses serve another, we shall have a roundabout that will inevitably kill everything. All hail Ratwike! All hail Ratwike! All hail Ratwike! All... No? No? Okay, fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's gonna be A-okay. Listen, we're not gonna die on account of roundabout negligence. We're gonna die on account of green bullshit. Clearly. Look at all of this green bullshit. We've got all these greenhouses over here. We've got this green business way the fuck over yonder. It's a circle that just has 4 houses stapled to it. Is fine, sort of. Okay, this yellow is a circle now, which is annoying. Here's another red house for the Ratwike. How are we gonna get these yellows up over there to you? That's a question to which I don't presently have an answer. I don't know that there necessarily is one. Alright, give me a second roundabout because I only have one, and Lord knows you can't go through life only having one roundabout at your disposal. The hell kind of poverty-stricken nation do you think we're running here? Okay, so let's do something to make my life a little bit easier. We've got these gray houses here, right? What if 4 of them went up to this business and then just like all of these bastards here who have nothing to do come up with something to do, such as swinging off like so. So now that's 6 grays going to this business. Buddy, if you want to go circular, you can totally go circular. Now then, you over here are a red thing, which is annoying. However, we do have red houses right here. That does rob red houses from the Ratwike situation, but, you know, if you don't think about the problems, they're not problems. Until they're, you know, unavoidable problems. But it'd be fine. Everything would be fine, actually, if you think about it. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's completely and totally fine. Yep, that's what we're going with. Everything's completely and totally fine. Speaking of things being completely and totally fine, let's restructure some of these grays, actually, because I think what I want to do is put the grays like this, and if I put the grays like that, I can in turn put these yellows like so. Putting these yellows like so will allow me to murder kill this yellow road, right? And this yellow road of Texas can come down this way. And now we have these 3 yellows servicing this business. We also have these 3 yellows right here servicing this business. So ultimately, we've profited 1 yellow for this business, we've profited 1 yellow for this business, and we've basically done nothing to hurt this business. So it was just, good, smart road design. It's almost like I'm decent at this video game sometimes, you guys. I don't know, that's a terrifying prospect. Hey, you there, red thing, connect over there, would you? Thanks. Ow. I'm not supposed to get pudding in it. I'm also not supposed to get Simpsons references on the Twitch stream, but, Since when do we abide by that rule? Oh, goodness, big stretch. Oh, right, you're a yellow circle. I was supposed to do something about you. Well, let's see here. I've got these 3 yellows right here. I really can't get them anywhere now. This red house was kind of my outlet, and now it's gone. So that's just bad. But ow my fucking eye. What if these 2 came up this way? There we go. All right, so these 2 yellows here are gonna... crap. Probably shouldn't do that. That's gross. This red circle just got mad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, the rat-wike is rat-wiking. Oh no. Who could have foreseen this? Who could have predicted that such a thing would happen? Give me a motorway. Hold on. I can save it. It's still good. It's not doomed yet. Motorway number 5. Come over here. These 3 yellows join these 3 yellows. Support that circle. These 2, don't worry about them. They're fine. Now, we're not beat yet, actually. Here's what we can do. Murder the roundabout. Send these reds this way, these reds that way. This is 7 reds straight into 1 roundabout. Straight into 1 red. Now, if you come up this way, that means that you are 5 reds going straight to a business, and this red here can do that stupid thing. And now there are 6 reds going here and 7 reds going here, and the roundabout is dead. Long live the roundabout. All glory to the rat-wike. It is dead now. It's fine. It's completely and totally fine. Speaking of things that are completely and totally fine, this yellow circle is not great. But I can very easily get it 1 more house just by doing this. I can also get it more by involving these. You know what? Here. Let's say no, actually, fuck that. Run that this way. Matter of fact, let's run you that way. Haha. So now that's 4 going here and still 3 going here, so that should be fine and good. Next, I had a plan. What was my plan? Oh, right. I remember my plan. These yellows here are going to come up and over and down and under and in and oh, my head. Oh, I have a sudden headache. That's fine and good. Oh, let's not be concerned about that. Roundabout goes hereabout. You come thereabout. Into the roundabout. Into the roundabout. Over to the business. Super terrific and great. Motorway number 5 swings out like so. Okay. So now we've got these 7 reds come down here into this circle. These 5 reds and this 6th red support this circle. The Ratwike is dead. This Ratwike is, this is just a roundabout. This is a single color roundabout that's just replacing a traffic light. This is a perfectly cromulent roundabout. This is not going to be a problem. This up here, problem. Like, this bullshit, bad. Don't like it. However, we can just murder chop this road. Yeah? I think we can just murder chop that road, yeah. Because even by murder chopping that road, we've still got 5 red houses here to support this circle. We've got 5 red houses here to support that circle. Yeah. All of a sudden, our red circles are just fine. Which is good. Give me another motorway. Now then, this circle here is starting to look a little angy. Could probably do something about that. I do have a bucket of blue over here. Let's take, let's just do this nonsense thing. Boop, boop, boop. Bogger's got the Spangrum as their first guess in Strands. That's always good. I got that yesterday. Spangrum yesterday was mini golf. I remember I looked at Strands today when I was setting up the Strands window, and I think I got the theme and saw a theme word, but I didn't immediately identify the Spangrum. But hey, we'll look into that in somewhere between 10 and 28 minutes. Probably not 28. I have to be on a call at 9, so it's not pressing, but I also have to, shower and build a laptop station and that sort of thing. So, it's a soft out. That's a good phrase. You know what I'm impressed by? And the fact that I'm going to say this is just the biggest fucking self-jinx I could make, but fuck it, I'm going to say it. I'm impressed that this green business here has not gotten in trouble yet, because I've got all of this unused green shit over here, all of this unused green shit, and this circle only has 5 houses going to it, and yet, for the most part, it's been totally fine. You know what's not totally fine is this circle. This little bastard worth of fuck has 10 goddamn houses going to it. And yet, this gray circle's mad. All of the grays are mad. Okay, so this is just a gray rush hour, actually. There's very little I can actually properly do here, because this is just gray rush hour. The grays are going to have to sort their own damn selves out. You've got Meredith, you've got Lexi. Theirs was Patrick Bateman, he's an honorary gray. And the other ones. Yeah. Take that, Grey's Anatomy. I referenced your television program. Hey, you know what part of the problem is? This is a gray circle that only has 4 houses going to it. Yeah, that's probably your problem, actually. Well, let's then be a little more aggressive in fixing this, shall we? We've got these 3 here, which I can run this ridiculous road. And this ridiculous road, actually, you know what? I haven't used a single one of my precious traffic lights yet. Let's do that, and then that. That'll be ever so slightly better, maybe. So these grays come up here. You'll be fine. You are a silly little gray that needs to go off that away. Get up here, service that. Thank you. Everybody go. You're a yellow. You can point down here. That's okay. These two yellows I don't need to accommodate anything with. This gray business might be dying. This gray business has calmed down. This blue business is mad. Hold on, why is this blue business mad? The blue business has 5 fucking houses. Fuck you, blue business. God. Give me another roundabout, I suppose. And all of my greens are mad now. I feel like everything might just be a little bit angerated, which is unfortunate. Do I have... No, I don't really have any way to loop these greens through here unless... No. There's no way that I can... Okay, hold on. I have an idea. It's a dumb and bad idea that's going to get me killed, but let's do a dumb and bad thing. What we're going to do is we're going to run these greens straight through here. You're going to come out here. You're going to grab this. You're going to slide through that little gap there, right? This little gap between motorway and motorway is now the green line. So the greens, incidentally, get off that road. I don't want you on that road. But all of these greens in the whole entire world are going to come up here and boop themselves right over here, just like that, into this roundabout. They're going to come down here. They're going to come support this business. Then, motorway number 1 is going to exist here to service this, and that is a perfectly cromulent traffic light. Actually, yeah, that is a perfectly cromulent traffic. Try that again with words in English. That is a perfectly cromulent traffic light. Oh. If you ever wonder if the _Goog is the kind of person who gets absolutely terrified at the confluence of a headache, a little bit of dizziness, and tripping over his tongue, yes, the Goog is that kind of person. Also, this green business died, so that's nice. 3,360 commuters is a good score, it feels like. Let's take a look over here, see where that compares to everyone. Top 10% in the world, we'll take that. However, it is not good enough to defeat Samurai Sam. Drop those Samurai Slams in the chat if you've got them. In the meantime, while we're dropping those, let's bring in our very good friend, Mr. Wordle, and try to figure out a 5-letter word, shall we? Oh, God. Oh, glamp. Is that a 5-letter word? That's absolutely a 5-letter word. And it gave us some information, so that's good. It could be March. It's May, but it could be March. It's not, but you see what I was going for there. What about Moana? No, it cannot be Moana. We do not need to make way. Now, what about her? Interesting. I don't like that. Yeah, adieu is a really good starting word. Get rid of all of those vowels. Ow. Would give us 3 more vowels to try here, but all right. So it starts with M, so it's got to be That's a weird place for that A. There's basically gotta be... No, I don't think that's it. There's gotta be another vowel after the M. But I can't think of anything in terms of like a 2-syllable word where the 4th letter would be A. And I'm sure I'm just missing something. I'm not seeing it. But like Missat, something like that. That's not a word. Or mofad. Mofad isn't a word. Well, you know what? There's nothing saying we can't just gather more information. Oh, look. A speck of more information. That's incredible. It's not really helpful right now. It might be in the fullness of time, but, you know, kind of wanted to learn a thing. And the fact that there's a D is... No, it can't be metal because there's no L. Could it be media? It could be media. Thank you, Sonny. There you go. Teamwork make dream work. There, that's what we'll say. Connections. Let's draw some of these, shall we? Let's see here. A globe and a carousel are things that spin. A record is a thing that spins. Stevie Nicks got... No, I don't think Stevie Nicks was the one who got spun right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Right round, right round. Although Nicks and Mercury are the last name of singers, so, But first, a fairy doesn't really... No, I don't think that goes around in the same way that a globe, record, or carousel do, so... Okay. So, halter and collar are both restraining devices. They're things that you kind of... I think they're both neck restraints, but... Nerve and brass are like guts, gumption. Spunk, that sort of thing. Top, harness, halter, and collar. Why top? Like, what is... Harness, halter, and collar are all horse restraints, right? Is a top a horse restraint? I don't, Oh, you know what? Nerve, cheek, brass, and gall are all gumption. There you go. Chutzpah. Same thing. Lead. Oh, lead. That's a horse thing. Lead, harness, halter, and collar. There you go. Those are horse things. It's the worst, isn't it, Boggers? When you know the answer and you're screaming it at people and you're waiting for them to get it. It's like when you're the clue giver in Connections. Not Connections, in Codenames. In Codenames, when you're the clue giver and you put out what you think is a great clue and then you watch your team bumble around the answer for 5 minutes, it's the worst. Accessories for... Okay, also dog walk. So. Carousel, top... I feel like I'm onto something with Mercury and Nicks, which is a problem because I don't actually know music things, but I'm looking at this and it's like, there's no way there's a man named Top. That's stupid. There's no famous musician named Top or Record or Globe or Carousel. I think there might be like some... You know, a top is a thing that spins. So basically, coming at it from either way, Carousel, Top, Record, and Globe are things that spin, and then Mercury, Nyx, Plant, and Fairy are musicians. Lead singers of 70s rock. Yeah, sure, okay. Absolutely. I saw 2 of those. Carousel, Top Record, and Globe are things that spin about a point. Hooray! Trivia is good and fun. Ow! I keep telling myself that I'm going to become one of those people who's like a regular at bar trivia, and then I don't. Because it's, away. And my house is here, and my cat is in my house, and I like my cat, even when she hops on top of bookcases and paws at the SpongeBob wall art, which is not an exaggeration in any way. It also means spending money, that's true. So today's theme for strands is like a rocket, which, all right, so I see space and launch right away, and I'm not going to obsess about finding the spangram first. It's nice when I do that, but what do you mean space isn't a... What do you mean space isn't a... Like a rocket and space isn't a... Interesting. Here's re-entry. Here's a splash. Perhaps even a splash down. Ow. Oh, that's why it wasn't space. It's because space flight is the spangram. Okay, that makes sense. Fine. Encounter. There you go. And, orbit. Like so. Why did you think it was spanogram? Because that would have made sense. That it would have been totally reasonable for the NYT to just toss an A in the middle of their made-up words, but no. They wanted it to sound like I think pangram is a word. Pangram is a word, right? What's a pangram? Yeah, a pangram is a sentence or verse that can... Okay, so they wanted it to be like the word pangram as opposed to like the word anagram, which I guess makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, sure, fine. That works. Here, we need Nationals, Red Sox, Rangers, Royals. Dudes what had 200 strikeouts in a season. Dudes what won 200 games in their career. A Red Sox pitcher who had 200 strikeouts in a season is Chris Sale. Actually, we're going with Chris Sale instead of Bang Pedro because a Washington National who had 200 strikeouts in a season is indeed Pedro Martinez. Bog Unicorn has redeemed a treat for Nora. Hi. Come here. I heard that plaintive meow. Come to me. Oh, the little kitten. Oh, you are such a meow baby. Hi. Come here. Nora. Take the treat. Oh, there's a girl. There's a good kitty. She's such a baby. Ugh. A Red Sox pitcher who had 200 wins in his career is Tim Wakefield. A Nationspo who had 200 pitching wins. How old is she now? Is she 2 or 3? We're coming up on 2 years since I got her. So I think the assumption was that she was a little less than a year when I got her, or maybe a little more than a year. Something like that. So, 3-ish? 3-ish. There we go. That sounds about right. Your stepbrother's daughter was not, in fact, born last month, which you could have sworn was right. That kid just popped out, right? What do you mean that kid's 3? So one time, my mom's adopted is relevant to the story. And one time she eventually tracked down her biological family and we flew out to California and we met my aunt and my adorable cousin Ashton. My adorable cousin Ashton was like 3 years old and just wrapping her head around the concept of words. And she was pretty good with it. However, whenever she wanted to express disinterest or displeasure or just a general lack of enthusiasm, she would say, "I don't want to do that." Except instead of the word don't, she said go. I go wanna. I go like it. And ever since then, it was the most adorable little thing, this 3-year-old toddling around saying, "I go wanna do that." Every now and then, when I don't want to do something, or when I'm tired and I don't like something, I just whine to myself and I say, "I go wanna." It's a true fact. Also, my adorable 3-year-old cousin Ashton has since graduated college and is now working on her master's degree because time is a monster that drains our life force away from us. I go want to think about that. Red Sox player who played for the Royals is the friendly Micah Vilas. Ranger who played for the Royals is... Did James Shields play for the Rangers? I don't think so. Did Mark Grudzielanek play for the Rangers? Potentially. I can't dance. My finger hurts. That's not... Listen, if you have like a broken finger, you probably shouldn't dance just because it would involve some arm movement, but that's a bad excuse, tiny child. Tiny child, put a band-aid on it. You can fucking dance. You can fucking dance if you goddamn want to. You can leave those bastard friends of yours behind. Alright, a Washington Natinspo who had 200 wins over the course of his career was Bartolo Colon. I assume. There you go. When you don't want to do stuff, you say, "I can't do it, my finger hurts." It's a good reason. It applies to so many things. A Texas Ranger. A Texas Ranger who had 200 wins in his career is Max Scherzer. A Texas Ranger who had 200 strikeouts in a season is, what was the name of that lefty? C.J. Wilson? Yeah, C.J. Wilson. He had a good starting pitcher season for the Rangers, didn't he? Sure did. You cried so sadly. Oh, that's bad. When even the other children are like, oh, that child seems sad. Let us do what that child wishes. Now I have to remember some Kansas City Royals. God damn it. George Brett was neither a Ranger nor a National. Ryan Zimmerman was never a Royal. Gil Mesh was never... No. Actually, was Gil Mesh a Ranger? I think Gil Mesh might have been a Ranger, and also it's 7:53 and I have to do stuff, so Gil Mesh. Fuck! Well, fine. Was Mark Grudzielanek a Ranger? No. No, he absolutely was not. Well, hell. Curse you, Michael A. Taylor, and also legitimate dickbag person, Aroldis Chapman. Sadness. All right, folks. Next week, we are looking at this, which you may notice not a full schedule, but listen, it gets back to that whole working in capitalism thing. I have to go to Boston and back Monday and Wednesday, so no gimmim Monday or Wednesday. But it's Baldur's Gate 3 Tuesday, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on Thursday, and listen, I know I haven't done it since I said I wanted to do it, but I really want to do it tonight, so I'm gonna try. Watch this space, be in the Discord, is it better than zero chance that we wind up streaming some Baldur's Gate 3 tonight? I'm not making any promises. I'm never making promises. I did once. Those who have long memories will remember that I did once have a fully committed to 3 nighttime streams a week schedule. It was awful. Also, Sam, they were there. You just didn't look hard enough. Just like Mondays and Wednesdays are there if you do them yourselves. Bye.